And send this in there. That's all a matter of perspective when you're next to me. This song gets stuck in my head. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see how y'all are gonna fucking handle your plan to go to the other country.
Considering we're now outlaws.
Well, not just that. It would be difficult even if you weren't, because of a certain human being that doesn't look like a human being. I came on here for... What music was I gonna play?
It's a wide world. We could just get him, like, I don't know, full plate or something.
A what?
We could just, not full plate, that would be too expensive, but we could get him some, like, armor that he's, like, wearing or wherever.
To...
Actually, no, they'd ask him to take off the mask when he goes across the border, wouldn't they?
They probably won't let a very bloody human being on a thing.
You're near the border.
Yeah. It's not a border. You're getting on a train.
Nancy, can we use your shower?
Oh my god. If it were that easy, I'm pretty sure you would have done it by now. D&D music. Except the Gates of Fitness aren't in here. It's just my default music, so friggin' universal. Whoops. This music is super fucking loud. Okay. All the maps should be ready. Keyword there is should. I'm sleep deprived as shit because despite taking my melatonin, I woke up 4 hours early. 5 hours early. I don't know. One of the two. Pick one. They both suck.
Well, we're all here now.
Yep. Also, you're at like half health and I forgot about that.
Rip.
And I did promise I wasn't going to make you go into that, so just assume. Are you going to go in and talk to Nancy about your plan or what?
Yeah, I was waiting for a stream to start.
Oh, okay. Well, you got a minute and a half. I do want... There's been something that you said last stream that has been playing on both my mind and Nancy's mind, which technically are the same. And it has been fucking wrecking my entire brain forever, and it makes me very joyous.
Which is...
I'm not...
The thing that I sent in the Yuriko channel?
No.
Okay.
It was something you said, like, on stream last time, and it was, she asked why you wanted to save Jeremy, and you called her your friend, and that kind of threw her off, like, a lot.
Ah, gotcha.
To be clear, I will make that clear during the game today. As to why, but I'm sure, I mean, you probably know, because, you know. I'm very excited to start this chapter, but also it's gonna feel really derivative.
Because, like, there's a lot of things that Nancy does that annoy Yuriko, but at the same time, she also recognizes how much, like, help Nancy has been to their whole journey and stuff.
Aww. Yeah, she's a pain, but she's my pain. That's why I love her. Okay. We are on. Hello, everyone. Okay.
Hello.
So, you three. I assumed you were coming in, so let me just boop.
Yeah.
Because not all three of you can use the door at once.
The game is paused.
Is it? Fuck.
Okay, Yuriko is going to go over to Nancy.
Yes. Just noticed.
And
No, nothing. Zombies are nasty.
yeah, I'm just zooming in on that art right now. You got some exposed.
Yes, we got. I
some
was
of-
mostly looking at the fact that they got the Homer Simpson hair. But yes, what?
You look at a person with like his
Listen,
intestines
Jeremy is
spilling out of his gut, and he's
Jer-
like, "Haha, bald."
Jeremy is surrounded by your retainers. You said you were coming up to Nancy. We have 2 hours. Let's do this.
She says,
God damn it! Now my phone's going off. Where are you? Shut.
"Nancy, I think
Okay.
that."
Sorry. Now I can hear you.
We have come to the decision that it might not be a great idea to stay here longer if those people who captured us before know where we are. Currently, our plan is to head to Skyria and use that as our base of operations. And I was wondering if you wanted to come with us.
A tremendous plan, if I humor you for a moment. Exactly how are you going to get that thing into Skyria, especially now? Jeremy, I'm sure you know what she's referring to. How do you feel about being relegated to just thing?
Hey! How is that anywhere near nice to say about her retainers?
Oh, I wish she
Yuriko.
could hear you.
Yuriko holds up a ticket to the
Ye-
Aurora.
Oh yeah, she can't see that. She has no eyes.
Oh,
She's blind. Don't forget that.
That's fair, that's
Don't
fair.
worry, I almost forgot that too.
Yuriko
Real
says,
top Bay Fong moment.
"We have a ticket to this train that will take us there."
You have sorry. You have a ticket onto the Aurora Express, I mean?
It's the same.
When did you get that?
Don't ask things that you don't want the answer to.
I typically don't, but I understand now. Still, it doesn't really change the fact that, well, I can't see him, but even I could tell that thing is probably not going to be accepted onto any form of train, especially not right now, with such an important event going on. You don't need to roll history. You already did that in chapter 2. You know what she's talking about. The coronation.
Yeah. I wonder if we could hide him on top.
Hide it. Sorry. I didn't actually hear you.
I wonder if we could hide him on top of the train.
Nancy kind of pinches the bridge of her nose and says, "Do either of you two have any good ideas? Preferably ones that don't sound like it could take his head off."
I wish I had ideas.
Animal disguise? I could pass as a really big bear.
Oh, what? Last time you made tree noises, now you're gonna make bear noises? I don't want to ask. I don't want to know. I keep forgetting about the fucking hole you put in her wall. I'm just looking at all the walls you made for this, and there are a bunch of doors that should not be doors. Oh well, doesn't matter.
If you're talking about this one
No,
over
I'm
here,
talking
this
about
one's-
these ones here.
Oh, that's supposed to be a window?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, there's a big problem here with this one, isn't it? The other thing is, with only one ticket, how are all three of you going to get on?
And there you go, poking holes in our plans. Fuck you, Nancy.
Heaven,
No, she is just being realistic about it.
Heaven forbid I try to prevent you from getting killed after getting out of prison so soon. Give me a moment. And she heads into her library for a moment. And I don't know why I'm animating this. It's not like y'all can see this. Or can you?
Yeah, I can see everything.
Cool.
Yeah, you let us see the entire map, it looks like.
I didn't let you do that. You let you do that.
No.
Yeah, because the map got reset. Because your hard drive exploded.
Yeah, and then I fixed the lighting so that
It
was
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. She's come out flipping a book. Roll me history, Yuriko. And you know what? Jeremy, you can do that too. Because I had you roll this last time.
History.
Okay. You know what? You recognized it on sight in the Scion, Jeremy, and Yuriko rolled high enough that you both probably know, based on the book, that it's old. It looks more like ancient papyrus than current parchment. But the
Yeah,
book...
but what about ancient sands?
Fuck you. I knew if I said that word, someone was gonna make an Undertale reference. I just want to talk about Egypt, okay?
okay.
But you guys can, I think Yuriko recognizes, like, I don't know if you'd recognize the language. You're not much of a history buff, but
I have proficiency in history, my guy.
never mind. Then yeah, you'd know this. And Jeremy, again, you recognized it because your artificer girlfriend. You know that she's reading. She has a book here on Larian technology, which is what I named the golems in the Scion. You know, the stuff that's thousands of years old. And she's mumbling to herself, and she says, "He's not going to pass for mortal. He's not going to pass for human. He barely passes for mortal." And she sort of leans the book over and says, "I hope I found the right page. You know illusion magic. I know you do. Do you think you could make him look like this?" And she points at an image of a stony golem. Yuriko, she's making...
I cast minor illusion on Jeremy. But the thing is that doesn't
it doesn't move with him.
It doesn't move with him. It doesn't like attach to him. I would need to
Yeah.
be spending my action each time that he moves.
Oh no! That's a problem.
I'm looking for... I don't have invisibility either.
Got it. Does anyone have a shipping crate that's my size?
Oh my gosh. You tore down enough of my home enough that I'm sure I could find enough pieces to make a shipping crate. She's being sarcastic. That's not true.
Plus, I'd imagine that they'd be investigating the shipping crate.
Sounds about right. Plus, you'd be stuck in there for however long the train ride is. Doesn't sound very comfortable. She closes the book and she hands it to you, Yuriko, and she says, all right. Not where. I assume this ticket is not yours, so you're going to have to pretend that you are the person it belongs to. And most likely, because of how expensive these tickets are, that means you're
Jericho
going to...
hands it to Asmodai.
The ticket?
And I immediately changed my shape to
Yeah.
be Verisark, right?
Alright,
I
hang
remember
on.
his name.
Yeah. Alright, let me change that. Image path. Let's just use this one. It looks cool and I like it. Appearance, image path, update. There we go. I just like how that one looks. Although it does look very goofy to me. Actually, I'm gonna use that one instead, but it doesn't matter. She doesn't notice this happen. She says, you might be able to pass for one of you being a +1 of a servant or some kind. But unless you find a way to get that one and the other 3, assuming you're bringing them with you, there's no way that all of you are going to get to Skyria on that train. So my advice is find someone who can make a convincing golem disguise, or find somewhere else that you can hide for the time being.
Let's go with the former.
I'm gonna... Does Nancy have some, like, paint kit or something? Or, actually,
I have painter's supplies.
She has painter supplies, and also you do know another painter, so yeah, that
That is
option's
true.
open.
So,
Yeah,
Yuriko,
but wouldn't
I've got
Jeremy
an
be a
idea.
bit too fleshy?
Well, there's human paint. That's not the word. What is it called?
Body paint?
Body, thank
paint.
you.
I was gonna say skin paint, and I'm like, no, that sounds wrong.
That's gross.
Okay.
No, I mean like
That's not like.
I know what you
inappropriate,
mean. You
but
mean
incorrect.
like...
I have a plan. Give me
Sorry,
fucking
sorry,
time.
sorry,
Holy shit.
sorry. Sorry.
unless you're talking about like Jeremy being a flesh golem. Which,
I have a plan.
I want to hear
Holy
Asmodai's
shit,
plan.
dude.
Let Asmodai say his thing.
all right.
Let him cook.
Yuriko, hand me your painter's kit.
I do so.
And I run over to like this little garden area. I'm just gonna pick up some pebbles as well and a little bit of dirt,
Okay.
and back over. And I'm gonna paint Jeremy. I'm gonna paint Jeremy to look as close to stone as I can, and put some pebbles on.
How? I do want to make you roll a check for this, but I actually...
Yeah, obviously.
I don't know what check that would be. Part of me wants to say sleight of hand because this is like a thing, but another part of me wants to say performance because this is technically an art.
Maybe
So
Could be
because
like
because he's
either
using painter's tools, he would be using his proficiency in painter's tools, which I assume he doesn't have.
Yeah, no. But also, like, I want to let him do this because this is awesome, and also point of inspiration for you.
So essentially, it would be a flat like intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check.
I want him to make do either any. Well, that's the thing. Is this I don't want to follow the rules on this because none of those make sense. Hey Woogie, none of those make sense for what you're doing with your hands, which is why I'm comparing dexterity. I think Romy.
Would it be survival trying to copy the look and texture of stone?
That actually does work better. Yes, roll me a survival check.
I'm just throwing something out there.
I like that.
15.
Okay. So I will say, like Jeremy says, he's very fleshy. It's kind of difficult to paint on this human being, if you can even call him that right now. But, you know, it's not like it doesn't stay. It looks odd, and it's definitely not gonna stay for the whole trip, but it should be enough to get him on. You can assume it might be enough to get him on the thing. As long as you can, like, you know, bullshit the people at the train station. Which, you know, isn't, because you rolled high enough, I don't want to, like, Phoenix closed off romantic.
It's a puzzle game. I can easily put it down.
Put it down, then.
Okay, jeez.
But yeah, like I said, yeah, with a 15, it's like you'll have to roll good on persuasion at the train station, but he looks not as demonic.
Oh no, rolling persuasion when I have expertise.
Yeah, I think you have expertise and she has proficiency, so you're good.
and my passive persuasion is 20.
Oh my god, really? What
Yes.
the fuck did I do to let you get that high? Shoot.
Probably expertise, I don't know.
Damn.
Expertise mixed with charisma.
There they are.
Which
Okay.
I do have a pretty high charisma at 14.
Did I fix this? Okay, I did. Cool. Yeah, alright. I will take you here, unless you have something else to do in town.
Well, we still need a way to disguise my retainers as well.
That's a good point, because you want to bring all three of them on. Well, correction, you only have to disguise two of them. One of them can just fucking vanish.
Yeah, but Yuriko doesn't know that.
That's true. Alright, hang on. I have a way to fix this, because I do actually want to get you onto the chapter, so you can see just how derivative everything is. Okay. Yeah, you two, though. You two can approach together. You can also approach Yuriko, because you can be the... Yeah.
Yeah, because the way that I think that our like ruse is going is essentially I'm Asmodee's. Sorry, I'm Varys's +1, and Jeremy is my like familiar or like arcane construct or something like that.
Yes. Let's see. Where is his name? Shoot, Varys. There it is, found it. I had to make sure I had it. Okay, yeah, you can enter the building. It's not locked. I don't even think I added a door, which I meant to. Oh well. These two are... I'm gonna put them close to their respective doors. And this one waves as the three of you enter and says... Oh god, hang on. Okay. Hello! How may I help you? I'm doing this voice specifically for Devin!
I'm just trying to like come up with a voice for Varys.
I forgot to update your token. My bad.
Yeah.
Is Varys a drow?
I made him that, so I guess he is now. I just gave
Why
him a
not?
random token to not be Asmodee.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want a
The
voice
name-
inspiration?
No.
Okay.
The name's Varys Airkright, and I'm here to get to Skyria.
Oh, of course. I just need to have your ticket so I can verify the validity of your entrance, of course.
Absolutely. I take out the ticket, hand it over.
She takes out this little, well, it's thick, but it's this book, and she flips through it, and she says, oh, right on. Ah, here it is. And I assume this one over these, well, I'm sorry, sir, you can only bring one person, and, I'm afraid that thing is probably not going to be allowed on here.
He
Well,
is
my-
my arcane construct.
I understand that, madam, but you must understand we have a lot of security right now. A big event is going on, and we can't allow any sort of security risk. You understand, of course.
Security risk. It is merely a construct of my servant. How is that a security risk?
If anything, having him around would help to improve security. I use him as my personal bodyguard.
Yeah, your passive persuasion is so fucking high. I'm not even sure I want to make you roll for this. Oh god. Plus you're wearing the... She looks very troubled and she starts tapping. She's, well, it will have to stay in the storage in the caboose, but I suppose if you really think it won't cause any trouble. But these three simply can't come. You only have 1+1 on your ticket, sir.
Of course.
Very well, then you three may pass. And, Yuriko. As this is happening, a certain someone comes through the door that I think you would recognize. I forgot to update her fucking thing. Yeah, you know her.
I think Yuriko recognizes her in the same way that someone would recognize a celebrity, right?
Kinda, yeah.
I don't think that they'd
well, no,
be
because you lived in Stratus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Like
lives there
a
too.
celebrity that lives in your hometown.
Yeah. Yeah, these two kind of come in. I'm sure you know her, though, like, by name. And Jeremy...
Yeah, I know her, but Yuriko does not.
Jeremy, roll me
So
history
Yuriko knows her by
with
name.
advantage.
Okay.
And let me tell you, it's not going to be a hard check, so, like, as long as you don't roll a fucking 1.
You say that now, but... Yeah.
Don't roll a 1! You have a 1 in 20 chance of getting... Thank you! You're good.
A dirty 20. Nice.
So, you see these two enter. I'm sure Yurika points them out. These three probably are all like, oh shit, it's that bard. You don't notice the bard right away, though. You notice the person she's traveling with, because for a moment it doesn't click, and then you the mask kind of is like, did she, and yeah, that's when it clicks with you that you've seen this face before, and you've killed that face before. The image I sent you earlier today is what she originally looked like, and this is that person now.
What the...
I think I left him speechless. Awesome. As for these ones, they're coming in and they say, Yuriko, I don't know, would you know her by, like, just knowledge, like Emmy? Because she's not famous, she just kind of lived there, and you're both nerds.
Depends. How social was she? Because Yuriko probably would have been, like, in the library. Sorry. So Yuriko, most of the people she knows are, like, other sort of academic wizards in the libraries of Stratus, and also, like, sort of wizards that maybe don't frequent the library so much as it's just, like, sort of known that they know some unique thing about magic, and she's gone to, like, talk to them about it for, like, clarifications or questions she has.
Emmy is a frequent at one of the Stratus libraries because she takes books, she reads them, and she returns them pretty quickly. I imagine you two would have had a few passing conversations. Maybe not, like, you're not, like, best friends, but you're not, like, enemy. Like, you're not strangers. You know each other by face. Better than you know this one, at least.
Okay, yeah. She's definitely more familiar with Emmy than she is with Lith.
Yeah.
And so, when she sees her, she is going to say, she's gonna, like, tell her retainers, oh, everyone, this is Emmy. I met her in one of the libraries in Stratus. She taught me how to,
You're, Yuriko, right? Yeah,
yes, your understanding of magic missile was very foundational for me while I was still studying magic.
Thanks, something, so it's been a while, this is so awkward, it's hard for even me, Lith interrupts.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this interaction either.
She says,
So assume Yuriko's more into it than I am.
oh yeah, it's a pleasure, I forgot you have, I didn't know she had any friends inside Stratus other than me. I don't know if we met. Have we not met before? Hi, I'm Lithian. God, I have to do my Scottish accent again. It's been a while.
She says, no, we haven't met personally, but I'm a fan of your work.
Oh, it's always great to meet someone who's a fan of mine. As I imagine Jeremy is just staring at Emmy, which is very weird. Are you trying to get to Skyria too?
Yes, I'm with Varus Arkwright. But it seems like my retainers might have to stay behind.
The fancy plant person from Emerald?
The same?
He said he got robbed recently or something, at least in the news. If you're with him, you've gotten far from Stratus then. Well, we both have our own tickets. We could help you with your, friends. At least 2 of them. I wouldn't worry so much about, that one, you know. I've met her, I think. The, you know, blue-haired one. Fox girl. That one. Don't worry about her. Everyone will get on, I think. Lith, we should go.
She says, but how is Nisako going to get on without a ticket?
Don't worry about it. I promise. Tell you what, if I swear I can get her on this train. Roll me insight. I keep forgetting your wisdom is so bad. Okay, yeah. You can only tell she's like uncomfortable, but as far as you've known, she's always like that. So you don't know if she's more or less comfortable right now talking about this.
Okay. Then Yuriko's gonna say, you would do that for me? I'm so grateful. And she's going to, like, offer a hug. But if Emmy doesn't want to take it, that's also fine.
Emmy kind of scrunches a little bit, like almost like she shrinks when you offer that.
Okay, not a hug. I understand. But I owe you a big favor now.
You can start by telling your friend there to stop staring at me. He looks familiar, but freaky, and I'm not a fan of that. Could you, like, you know...
Oh, don't worry about him. I will, here's my... I'm forgetting the word out of character.
Construct.
Here's my arcane construct. I will...
Roll me deception.
Deception. I forgot the alphabet for a sec.
She raises an eyebrow at you, and she pauses for a beat, and she says, right, from Larian history, you must have gotten it from some antique roadshow somewhere. Yeah, sure. Just, it keeps...
We were actually at the Siam recently.
You were at... Sorry, you mean like the Siam Flaria? You've been there? Okay. When this train takes off, you're coming to my room and we're talking about that, because that's insane. and I want to know everything about it. Her eyes sort of light up a bit more. Looks like she's a nerd! But you should go get ready, like, now.
She says, Sha Sing, I will tell you everything. And she sort of gestures, she, not gestures, but she grabs Jeremy's hand and starts, like, moving him.
Jeremy, what are your thoughts?
Jeremy is going to subtly tap at Yuriko's shoulder.
She's going to cast message, I guess. Unless these two stop her from casting a spell in here, I don't know what their sort of policy is. Okay.
Does your blonde friend know necromantic spells?
I wouldn't call her a friend. But, yeah,
she says, the blonde one's name is Horace. She's,
oh yeah, Asma, you'd probably recognize both of them somewhat. Lithian, because I said it, you know, performer named Morleth, but you recognize some of that face. You're like, that's familiar, I wonder where I saw that last, but it's probably not more than that, because you didn't look at that file very closely. Okay, moving on.
Is it known that Emeglia is her sister, out of curiosity?
It's not a secret. It's not like super public knowledge, because Emmy tries to hide her own existence, period. But, like, if you, like, I think you would probably know that.
So I would know that they're siblings.
Mm-hmm.
She says, the blonde one is Res. She's a performer in Stratus, and Emmy is her sister.
Well, does that performer know how to raise the dead?
Not
I think
that
you
I
should be a
know
little more
of.
straightforward with this one. I think we've discussed she's not the brightest bulb in the lantern.
Not that I know of.
Look,
Most bard spells revolve around enchantment or effects that don't have a ready.
listen, Yuriko. You know how I've killed people before? Not all of them guilty.
Whoops. I don't.
Rico's going to say, but that's since it passed. You
Well, it
haven't.
looks like my past has come to haunt me because her sister was one of them.
That's good. Asmo, before you turn
Did I
around.
know? Did I know Emmy before or after she became a?
Oh, long after. Asmo, you see these two talking to this person, this guard over here, before turning over. You see Lith had a couple of performing sabers that she hands over to this person. And that's when they're able to pass through the gate. So any weapons you have will probably have to be given away. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your conversation.
Look, all I'm saying is, when you go to talk to her, try and keep your rose-colored glasses off, because something's up.
How many years did you spend in Stratus, by the way? Remind me, 5 years, was it?
It was about 3.
3 years. Okay, yeah, you would. Yeah, no, you've known. As far as you know, she's always been dead. Although I'm not sure you would know that. Like, you wouldn't. I don't know if she would have told you that she's a zombie until. So this might be the first time you've learned that she's been dead the whole time.
Now that you mention it, there was some resemblance to some magic of
corpse?
Nancy's home.
This one here that was here, she's like, we have to take off. Our train is
We
soon
would
to
have this
depart.
discussion on the train.
Thank you.
And Jeremy walks with her in a stiff-jointed fashion.
Good. I would say roll
up the
deception, but
parents.
these two's persuasion are so high that I'm not gonna make you do that.
After seeing them turn in their weapons, I'm just gonna kind of like slink off to the side and kneel down to kind of look like I'm lacing up my boots or whatever, and I'm just gonna slip a knife into my boot.
Okay, roll. Oh god, I don't want to give you advantage for this, but roll sleight of hand with advantage because you did try to stay out of eyesight, and also there's others blocking. So yeah,
17.
you're good. Yeah, they don't notice. Cool, I'm gonna have to account for that. Yeah, alright. So this one says, hand over your weapons, please.
I hand over my dagger. That's not a wooden stake, that's just painter's supplies, okay. Do they take my grappling hook and my staff?
Yes.
Okay.
They will assure you, like, they're gonna be in the caboose storage. They're gonna be in a magic lockbox, so no one can get it.
Yeah, I'm just looking for, like, other stuff that they'd probably be taking. Yeah, they'd probably want to take the stuff in my explorer's pack as well.
Hi James, you missed the big thing. Sorry, I was gonna text that to you and then it didn't let me. Yeah. So, I will look through your inventory and I'll, like, tell you everything that you don't have.
I'm just gonna assume that the only things I have with me are, like, the clothes, probably just the clothes and the signet ring. Are
yes.
probably the only things that I'm carrying with me right now. Because all this stuff is like, oh, that might be sharp. That might be like, why do you have that on a train? Fucking fireworks, manacles.
Yeah! Yeah, same with...
Is my brain still attached to Yuriko's?
As long as she's casting message.
I'm not continuously casting it as we're going through the checkout. Not checkout, what's it called? The
Security check-in.
security. Security check-in.
I'm just gonna hand over anything sharp and the bow.
That's
obviously,
fair. Yeah.
Except the one dagger.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that there.
Jeremy's going to pretend that his joint movement is not well made enough to reach for his weapons, then move over to Yuriko.
Okay.
I'm going.
This time I'm gonna have you try and roll deception, because if you can't... Well, actually, no, wait. Yuriko could take that... Well, no, Yuriko's tiny. She can't do it. Roll deception.
Technically, I can, like, hold an axe. It's just, it's gonna encumber me.
We haven't established... Okay. Well, if you're gonna roll
we've
that,
gone
fine.
Over. It took 2 of us, and you didn't even carry it.
Yeah, you can't carry the guillotine. So I'm gonna say with a 13, like, he's like, what the fuck was that movement? But they're more focused on, like, why does this guy have so many different types of arrows to, like, be focused? So praise be to Asmodai and his many weapons. That you're able to do this, yes.
Now I'm just thinking it'd be funny if Asmo was like dagger, rapier, short bow, arrow, ice arrow,
bomb arrow,
light
never got
arrow.
Bomb
that.
arrows. Yeah, so you can tap on Yuriko.
It's like that one scene with Inej.
I love in jokes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can talk to Yuriko.
Yeah. Aside from the big axe, which I got the security guy to help me with, I remove his weapons and hand them to the security guy.
This is gonna be the worst trip! Ugh! I thought they were still fun over there. Currently not.
Dude, we're strong enough to punch Nox's lights out. I think we'll be fine.
Sorry, I know this isn't the first time you've done it, but something about calling the mask dude makes me so happy. Yeah, okay. With all of that, you three can head through the gate where these other people are coming into the train. Everyone has a passive perception that I'm gonna check now. Passive perception 19, you see what I want you to see. Yuriko, you see what I want you to see, and I didn't mean to delete her. Why did I delete her? And yeah, you also, yeah, Jeremy, what is yours? 14, and her perception is 10. Okay, well, Yuriko, yeah. I think, Jeremy, with your 14, you're probably too focused on Emmy, who just is having a conversation with these three. Because, you know, she's that, and even the mask is like, stinks of this.
Usually when I put them down, they stay down. What the hell?
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Let's see.
I mean, I'm not complaining that it didn't stick. It's just how?
I am. Yuriko, your perception is so low. I don't know if you would see the person I want you to see, which is this one. She is smaller than everybody.
I think in the midst of all this, Yuriko is like just casting message again on Jeremy and just sort of reminding him, at least for the most part, she doesn't seem to have any ill intent towards you.
No,
and she's also one of the most chill people I know. So
it's fucking true, yeah.
Well, not hard for a corpse to be chilled.
Fuck
so
off.
maybe don't stare at her too much. Otherwise it might invite the same attentions that you wish to avoid.
Asmodai, with your 19 perception, you don't have to worry about it. You see these two very clearly. I don't know how much you're focusing on this one next to him, but you definitely recognize this motherfucker. And I will say, unlike in the Siam, I think this time you can tell this is the real deal. The person next to him looks very similar to him, except female, so you can assume it's family, and they seem to be talking quite peacefully as this person, you don't know. None of you know them, but you're gonna, because I went through the clips recently, and I thought this guy would be very fun to include in this chapter.
Has Malcolm always had the cowboy hat?
That's not a cowboy hat, but yes. He has not always had it. I updated his token.
Okay.
I was wondering why he looked weird.
Yeah, here, I'll post both tokens in the gen chat. But yeah, that's... You immediately see him and the person he's traveling with. So you can assume, yeah, I know who this is, and that's gonna be fun.
Oh boy, Malcolm's here. That's gonna be awkward.
Yeah. These two are gonna phase through the wall, because I don't want to put them through, and they are helping everyone get onto the train. And they are mostly getting everyone onto this one. Get over here. Get over here!
He's holding a different thing too.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Sure enough, as everyone gets in, you're all put into your... into your respective cabins, except for Jeremy, who's loaded into the caboose because robot.
Whatever works.
Sorry, buddy. Oh, I have to fix this too. As everyone is on, you feel the train start to move, and you kick off. And now it won't load the damn cabin car. There we go. Pretend these cabins are, like, normal sized. I definitely made the maps too big for, like, a train. I just...
It's just a zoomed in.
It's extremely
Ew.
large. It's fine.
Mansion train. No wonder the ticket was so expensive.
God, shush.
I mean, that would make sense.
Is this like a chandelier or a table?
It's a chandelier.
Okay. I can walk under it just fine.
About 15 minutes in, you hear a knock at your door. The door locks. No, it opens. And there is Pouty Mick Dead Elf. And by her side, sure enough, is where the fuck? Players, retainers. Nisako. And she kind of does this awkward, like, half jazz hands thing. She's like, here. I told you. Yeah.
She runs over to Nisako, hugs Nisako, and
Nisako hugs you back.
does another gesture of like the putting the hands together thing for like appreciation.
Yeah. She's like, okay, I'm gonna go back to my room because this whole train makes me very uncomfortable. Your friend that they put in the caboose seemed really familiar. Have you always had a mask person guy thing?
Mask person?
Oh, yeah, Asmo, I should ask. Are
Yeah,
you still...
Varys. Still Varys.
Cool, let me fix that again then.
So I can assume that she's seen through sort of
Oh
deception.
yeah, she,
Yeah.
your deception failed, but she played along because you're friends.
She says, I apologize that I had to lie in front of the gods.
I mean, I have to lie every day that I'm around, so I don't care. It's just, do.
We met him, how long ago was it?
Fuck off, I don't know. Several
month, I
weeks,
don't know.
several days at least, possibly a couple weeks, several weeks, I don't know. It's been
Roughly
a
a
long time.
month. Let's just go with roughly a month.
Yeah, in real life, it's almost been a year.
We met him, roughly a month ago, which was very shortly after I had left Stratus. I needed some people who, were strong enough to help me get to the places that I wanted to see. The Scion being one of them.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, come and talk to me about that at some point, in my room. I'm doing a lot of, I'm doing a study exchange. That's the only reason I agreed to come here with Lith. So it'd be really neat to be able to talk to them about that. But yeah, if your friend gets up here, just I don't know, don't let him stare at me, because it makes me, it makes my entire side hurt.
She says, he would be in the caboose for the majority of the train, for the entirety of the train ride if,
God, that's
I don't know
good.
if you'd say the if part. I don't know if Yoriko would say the if part.
Poor thing. Feel bad for Jeremy.
Yeah, he is going to be in the caboose for the entirety of the train ride. You will not need to worry about that.
Sure. Sure. Okay. I'll see you in a while. See you, Yuriko, and Mr. Arkwright, yeah. She sort of backs out the door and closes it awkwardly. Hey, I love Emmy. It's been a long time since I've been able to play a character like her.
Well, at least one of our disguises worked.
True. So, I'll let you know you have 1, 2, 3 cars available right now. There's a fourth one I'm gonna add. I just didn't have time to add it. There are a bunch of people on this train.
Yeah, so this is the cabin car, and there's other cars that we can go and explore.
Yeah, there is the dining car and the caboose. I definitely forgot the word for dining car, because in the navigation I just made it food car.
Well, it still works.
Yeah. So yeah, you can go explore.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a thing of like I'll go and talk to Emmy after we explore, or
If you want, I'm
should
not
I
gonna stop
should I
you.
go talk to Emmy right away.
I'll also say, Jeremy, since the train is moving now, if you want to just leave the caboose, you can just break the door and leave.
Yeah, he is going to try and sneak around the train to the best of his capabilities.
Cool, let me go to the caboose then. So that, like, did I activate this right? Configure lighting. Yes.
Yes, a 7-foot-tall,
Listen,
5,000-pound hulking mass sneaking around.
You
I said to the best of my capabilities. That wasn't
Oh,
a high bar.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about the fucking train car. No. Yeah, so, like, roll a... Here, yeah, this room is full of not just crates, but, like, you know, storage, things that people are storing. Stuff, like, baggage, basically. It's a 4-day trip on this train. You're gonna want to get out of this place. You could snoop around people's shit, or you can try and leave the room.
Yeah, considering they probably don't label that stuff in a way that I would recognize, yeah, I'm gonna leave the caboose.
Okay, the door is locked. Roll me a strength check if you want to break the door. Athletics, it'd be athletics. Regardless, you're rolling at a +4, you're good. That's not a hard thing. It's not, you're giant. That thing breaks under your fucking fist. If we're not gonna break that little elf girl's face, at least we can break that. Come on, let's go have some fun.
Wasn't trying to, but I'm glad this satisfies you.
Oh, it really doesn't, but something tells me you're not gonna give me the second chance to kill her. And you end up in here. Where is your fucking token? I don't know if you two are still in your room, but you hear a familiar stomping of a human being.
I mean, Yuriko was grabbing Nisako and going out to the food car.
Fuck off. Shut up. Shut your face. Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting that they don't do hovered by everyone automatically. Okay, yeah. Jeremy's here.
Yuriko immediately casts message on him. How long has it been since the train took off?
Like, not very long. With that conversation, probably like fucking half an hour. Jeremy is causing trouble already, and I'm super into it.
Yuriko is going to cast message on Jeremy and just ask him, do we need to get you a set of cards to entertain yourself?
As soon as I hear that, I pull out my deck of cards.
Look, back when I had to way less control of this little hitchhiker on my face, mind-boggling, I know, I killed that girl. I don't like that fact, but it happened, and now she's walking around. I need to know why, and if I can't snoop around, you're going to. Do you want to?
not sure why he feels the need to snoop around. But for the, but at least for the duration of this trip, we are going to get in. You, me, and Asmodai are going to get, and this is whispered. You, me, and Asmodai are going to get in big trouble if you are wandering around the halls.
I do hope I'm not interrupting something. A voice is on the other end of this hall, and you see this woman. None of you are familiar with this one for the first time.
My apologies, my construct is malfunctioning. I was just getting him back into the caboose.
Oh, don't worry about it. Your secret is safe with me. I don't think that door's going to be shutting anytime soon. It doesn't look quite, right.
And I'm guessing that's when you realize the bad shape of the door.
Yeah, y'all don't have to roll perception to notice the door has been punched.
Well, so much for trying to sneak around.
Where is the knob?
There's
I'm gonna go.
Not how train doors do, they slide. Please, don't feel
So
alarmed. I won't tell anyone
I assume,
about your friend getting out.
I assume mending is out of the question then.
I mean, you can do it. You can mend the door, but that's not going to stop Jeremy from punching the door down again.
The minute that you mend it, punches it again.
Breaks it even worse. The door flies off.
Well, technically I can't do it anyway because I don't have my staff.
Oh, yeah! You can't do magic. Yeah, Kira, this woman says, please, don't worry about it. My name is Kira. I just wanted to acquaint myself with everyone on the train. Although I do know you, Mr. Varys. It is a pleasure to see you again.
Of course. It's always a pleasure.
I assume you're a new assistant of his, Miss,
Yuriko.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Yuriko. You're from that island that's off of Kalistar, right?
The same?
I recognized your ears from the moment I saw them. I don't know much about that place's culture. I wouldn't mind visiting one day. And your large construct, I must ask, where did you find it? I know that our friend here is a botanist. Why did the music fucking not loop? I put it on loop.
Two things. Yuriko says, well, if there's anything you want to know about my culture, I am well read in the history of Kamigakure, as well as this one we found in. I don't know if I want to tell a stranger about the Scion.
I'll tell you what, there's like a 50% chance they'll believe you because it's half folklore. But if they do believe you,
I was gonna say like an abandoned ruin.
You can say an abandoned ruin. That's not a lie.
Yeah, like we found him in an abandoned ruin, and I've been fixing him up ever since.
I suppose that's why he looks so haphazardly repaired. I do wish you the best.
Yeah, some of the parts had to be replaced with
stones and
organic stones and organic materials.
I see. Well, I do hope for the best for you. I know that Varys isn't always the most reliable.
You wound me so.
But it's
Yuriko sort of covers her mouth and does a little like, what's the word? Like one of those like giggles, like
Yeah.
Portal.
me.
I want to say haughty, but
No, I know
That
what you
might not
mean.
be
Yeah,
the
like
right
haughty.
yeah,
Haught.
yep.
Like the one cliche kind of laugh that rich women do.
I just bumped my mic real bad.
No, not.
Also, Jeremy, how are you offended by everyone calling you basically just broken?
I mean,
I'm not gonna stop doing it. I just want to know.
I mean, if the weird cultish mask fits.
True.
No, it's not like the oh ho ho ho. It's more of the like. It's more of like a
Subtle, I
muted
know.
giggle.
Laugh.
Yeah.
Well, I appear to be in the room next to yours. If you have anything you need from me at all, don't hesitate to ask. And don't worry.
Out,
If
out of
anyone
character,
asks,
I forget. Did she tell us her name?
Yeah, Kira.
Yeah.
All right.
Kira Loveby, that's her name.
Okay. You know that I am a wizard and a historian, but what is your profession?
Oh, I don't have much of a profession myself. I'm more of a collector of random artifacts and inventions.
Then it makes sense that your history was Varus.
Of course. I know of his work, however subpar it might be at times. This woman is becoming quite catty. She also keeps looking at Jeremy. Not in the same way that, like, Emmy is like, I swear I know him. She just keeps looking at him with idle curiosity.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Because I'm just thinking, I don't think Yuriko wants to attract too much more suspicion to Jeremy.
Kira says, if anyone asks, I'll just say some stray debris or something hit the door. I don't think they're going to question me.
She says, I appreciate it.
Of course. Anything for an old friend. I'll be situating myself in my room. I'll be right next to you. And she gives one more big look at Jeremy before she begins to walk to her room. Asmo, roll me investigation. Actually, wait, what's your passive? Yeah, roll me. Oh yeah, your kleptomania just fucking skyrocketed as you saw her. Cause she is covered in, it's not on her token, but she's got jewelry, she's got rings, necklaces, bracelets. She has an anklet on her left ankle, like she is decked out. So, you know.
Yuriko casts a message on Jeremy again, and she says, listen, whether you killed Emmy in the past or not, doesn't really matter right now. She doesn't seem to have any immediate ill intent towards you.
Not immediate,
And it seems...
But look, I just want to know why she was brought back. Like, there's gotta be, like, some motive behind it.
We are going to... I'm going to speak with her about Socium at the next hour.
You know, I hate to interrupt, But since you found us in the asylum, maybe she'd want to get a little investigation. And if we happen to find information on why the dead meat came back, then it works out for all of us,
That dead meat has a name.
Yeah, it doesn't mean much when she's supposed to be in the ground, does it? Thank you, Jeremy, says James.
She says, I'm going to see to it that she stays out of the ground, and for that I would have to ask, what is it going to take for you to stay in the caboose for the rest of the trip?
That sound is
It
both...
is taking every part of me not to make a Helsing Abridged reference.
None of us will get that reference.
I don't know, if it happened within the first 3 episodes, I might.
At the shareholder meeting.
What is it going to take for you to stay in that basement?
I'm gonna need a new gun.
I'm gonna need a new guillotine. Asma, you got anything to add to this?
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't know if
We can
Jeremy
come
saw them enter this room, but there's nothing, I don't know if you have the strength to stop him if he wants to just charge into that room.
Probably wouldn't be a good idea, so he's just gonna... Yeah, get back.
Fucking quitter.
Look, just try and find something out, right?
I would inquire as much as I can.
Thanks.
Alrighty. Yeah, so you said you wanted to go to the dining car. I almost said fucking food car again. I hate you.
You need to place Yuriko.
I know,
Misako.
I'm finding her.
The food dining car.
The dining car.
Dining car.
Almost placed Estella. That's not Nisako. Nisako. And Asmodai, who I have to update the token for again. I didn't fix the lighting for this one.
Update token vision.
Boop. Boop. Update. There we go.
I'm just looking at the kitchen area, and you went all out.
Thank you. I will be right back. I have to pee so bad. I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt, but I have to.
She could have gone during that scene that we were having with Jeremy. Yep.
Yeah, probably. I should be right back too.
Alright, Phoenix. It's you and me out of character, entertaining the crowd.
Great.
Are you
Put
are
the
you still
pressure on
playing
me,
that-
why don't you?
Are you still playing that puzzle game?
Am I still playing what?
You're still playing Dwarf Romantic?
No. I put my thing on standby.
Good.
You want me to?
No. The first thing
But
that
yeah,
comes
I
to
have
mind-
a Steam Deck now, so it's easier to multitask.
And I assume it's harder than ever to get anything done.
I mean... Yeah.
That's why I cannot have my Switch in my room. Alright, nice AFK too.
Fuck.
No, I'm back.
Hey!
Welcome back. Alright,
Okay.
you sit down in the food car.
Alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna make y'all roll perception for who's sitting near you.
So typically, people would only roll perception as if there's someone who's, like, hidden.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, then I'm not gonna make you do anything because you do recognize this man whose token also fucking didn't update again. I have to find him again. Hang on. There's too many friggin' boop. There. You recognize this woman. She comes up. She says, "Hello. It's good to see you again. How can I help you tonight? This afternoon? Can I get you anything?"
Was there a menu here? Like, what's today's special?
Oh my god, Devin, I hate you right now. Fucking, now I have to think of, like, food.
And for every stupid question.
I really should.
What culture of cuisine is it?
It's Skyrian cuisine, so think, like, they typically, okay, so hang on.
What is a borscht?
Fuck off. It's this, beautiful warm stew. My voice is cracking because I'm doing my taco voice. It's this wonderful warm, stew.
What is a taco?
I don't know. I've heard reference to it in a book, but I don't think we've ever had them here. God, that's a reference that I'm doing for one person, and I really hope you appreciate it, Devin, because everyone else is confused. Okay, hang on. Let me get my story supplement, because I do have a Skyrian, like, guide.
You don't need to pull out the guide. Yurika is just gonna order a borscht because she's like, that's new. I don't recognize that.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it.
I hate the fact that that's, like, canon, that Skyria is slowly just turning into Russia, but sure.
Is Asmodai getting anything?
I can't answer that question.
I'll just say Asmodai ordered something, because I'm not gonna come up with a name.
Fair. She ends into the kitchen. These two are...
He ordered insert sustenance here.
Both of you would recognize this woman, from, like, not specifically the woman herself, but the outfit she's wearing as the armor of a Saint of Solstice, which you've had quite a run-in with them recently. She's not wearing her armor now. You saw it earlier when she was getting on. It looks now she's just wearing her undergarments. You know what I mean. Fuck you. She's wearing her Under Armour stuff. Mostly. Casual.
Yeah,
she's not wearing her armor. You know what I mean. I'm not...
So, like, her casual clothes, not like
Yes.
the armor or the gambeson underneath, or... Hello?
Hi. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna whisper to Yuriko, well, this is getting worse and worse for us.
She says, well, only if they approach us.
Given our track record, they're going to, or at least someone is.
Both you see Malcolm glance over, and his eyes meet yours, Yuriko, and they narrow into anger, and that's when she notices you.
Yuriko waves.
Oh my gosh, of course you do. That's your track record recently. As you wave, yeah, Lissa stands and, well, she waves back and she says, "Hello. Do you two know each other?" And Malcolm sort of turns back to what he was eating. He says, "We're acquainted."
She says, yes, we met in Octavo.
Oh, Malcolm, you need to tell me more when you meet out-of-town friends. And he says, we're not what I would consider friends, Lissa. And Lissa stands and comes to you and says, I'm Lissa. I'm his sister.
Nice to meet you. I'm Yoriko.
She
And
puts
this
out
is-
a hand to shake.
Yeah. Yoriko's been in Stratus for like 3 years. She'd recognize the gesture.
Mm.
I was gonna make another joke, but
Do it. Coward.
and this is my fiance, Vadis.
Oh my god! Oh dear! You're...
No.
No? Oh, you really shouldn't joke about such things like that. And Malcolm looks and says,
She has an interesting sense of humor for being an assistant.
Varys Arkwright, I assume?
The one and only.
Tell me, how have your latest alchemy experiments been going? I know that they were going quite poorly when you came into Octavo.
Well, roughly the same. It also doesn't help that somebody broke into my house, so...
He raises an eyebrow at that, but... your deception is stupid high. I'm not gonna make you roll Actually, yes, roll me deception, but for Lissa. Uh,
16.
yeah, you're good. She's like, oh, I heard about that. It's very tragic. I didn't really understand. It sounded like you were robbed by a planted giant and a, well, you know, a changeling. Sorry, I'm trying not to be so callous. I'm not supposed to be so, you know.
Well, that's precisely what I heard as well, and it is very... out there.
Very strange for a thief to not steal a very valuable ticket on one of the best locomotives in the world. Malcolm's eyes are beaming into your... Not beaming, they're boring into your soul.
Yoriko says, perhaps the thief was a novice to miss such a valuable item.
Perhaps. I wouldn't know. I don't do private security work. I'm much better at what I'm doing for my dear Solstice. And Malcolm interrupts and says, I think perhaps you should go back and make sure you finish up so we can get back to our room, sister. She says, oh, all right. It's a pleasure to meet you two. I'm sure we'll meet up again. And as she's walking away, Malcolm gets in close and he says, I understand why you took our book, and I understand why you needed it. But I would appreciate if the two of you would stay away from me and my sister. We're not on friendly terms.
Yoriko says, I will keep that in mind. I will ignore you two to the best of my ability.
Oh my gosh. He just rolls his eyes at you and goes back to his thing. You've got such punchable energy right now.
Asmo is just gonna, like, turn back to the table and kind of, like, slouch forward a bit with his hand over his mouth.
Aww. This is about when she comes out with your borscht and your... I'm just gonna say...
Insert food here.
Insert food here. It is a large chunk of meat that you've never seen. It is an odd meat, and that is in it. She gives it to you and she goes back to her kitchen. Are you two gonna discuss it? Because Asmo isn't doing too hot.
Discuss what?
The fact that Asmo is leaning on his hands.
Asmo's saying nothing. He's just quiet.
Yuriko asks, is something Samantha?
Well, a good fair bit of this is. If I would have known that one of the biggest regrets that I've ever made in my life would also be on here,
Aww.
probably would have looked for some other way to get to Skyria.
Poor thing. I actually feel really bad. I'm gonna switch over to Jeremy briefly, because I think both of you are very confused as to why this woman is alive. And Mask is like, there's a reason this is happening. I know what it is. What is it?
Jeremy's gonna find where they store the coal.
That would be at the end, the like steam
That would
engine
be
at the
the-
very front, not the caboose.
Right.
Yeah, I
Then
was like,
he's
that would be
gonna-
at the front of the train.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm not gonna stop you if you want to march to the front of the train, but I will have
No,
to make
no.
that map.
Anyway, he's gonna take a small pile of dirt in his hand, find a small box, then sort of use the dirt to paint a smiley face on it.
What the fuck are you doing?
Look, with how long we're gonna be in here, we're gonna go nuts anyway. Might as well get a head start.
Oh, fuck. Then he kind of gets interrupted. He's like, you gotta stop following me. You gotta start trusting me to do this. That stupid setback with the girl is just a setback. He's not talking to you.
You talking to one of your friends again?
Load at your ear, Jeremy. We've got a friend on this train, and it's not those two idiots you decided to make your friends.
Of course! Of course, it can never be a simple train ride, can it?
I do wonder how she got on here, though.
You gonna fill me in, or are we gonna make it a fun surprise for later?
Oh, I think it'd be great if we made it a fun surprise. I'm sure she'll pop up. She seems to like
yeah,
you
that-
enough,
that
at least the
tracks.
little one does. Oh my god, doing this voice is killing my throat.
Drink water.
I don't have water, it's on the other side of my room.
Get the water!
Ah.
Someone say water.
Damn it, Nye!
I was just in the process of doing that myself.
I have the stream open, so I can just.
Oh man, he beat everybody to it.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna beat everybody in stream because of stream delay.
I've been watered. Okay.
You've been watered like a plant.
I have been watered like a conveniently shaped plant. Okay. He's upstream of us. So with the
I just realized that, okay, never mind.
no, say it.
So, someone mentioned that, like, Varys got robbed by, like, a plant and some other people. And I was like, a plant? We didn't make the plant disguise until after that. And then I remembered that I disguised myself as a conveniently shaped plant.
Yeah. Jeremy, I'm not gonna make you roll for this. Your passive history is just high enough that I'll say you don't... When he says the little one, you realize, like, there's only one person that it seems like you can't talk to, that whenever he's talking to that, there's another person around, and it's the little child Eve. So even though you didn't see her in boarding, that person is somewhere on this train.
Wait, Eve's on here?
Is that what you've been calling her? I haven't been paying attention. I wouldn't get too attached to her, though.
You're a sociopath.
I wouldn't get too attached to that one.
Point proven.
I'm not sure. If you want to go looking for her, it's not like Yuriko can get any more angry. Maybe she'll have answers to why the girl is back from the dead. Oh my god, I need a peace tea. I'm dying. Alright, we're good. Yeah. So, yeah. Twist is twisty. Look at all the people that are on this train.
Fuck it.
Ha! Yes! Boop. And I'm gonna remove you three.
Wait. Then he goes back in quickly, grabs the little box with face on it, then
Oh my god, you have your own Wilson. That's so weird, by the way.
That was the joke, yeah.
It's weird for me to say the name Wilson because that's, like, my dad's name. Apparently my dad hates that movie because of that.
Because people just scream his name at him.
Yeah, because it's really weird for Tom Hanks to just be like, Wilson! Okay, yeah, so you've got your crate, and the mask's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Except he doesn't say that because Jesus...
the hell out of you there.
It's been like an hour, and he's already insane.
Yep.
No, he's just preparing for it.
He's just going nuts. Yeah. So, yeah, you can go around if you want. There's this room, which you know is theirs. You don't have to go into the top room. The other 5, you have no idea who's in what. Actually, that's a lie. You know that Kira is in there.
Gonna go over to this room and use it and knock on it using just one finger, since, you know, if he actually knocked on it.
Well, the door opens and these two are here. You recognize them. They're the retainers. And they're like, Miss Yuriko would be very furious to see that you're out here again. Perhaps you should, you know, stay where you're told to stay. Not that it's, your passive intimidation is not that high, but they'd be like, not that we can really stop you, but, you know, that's what we would advise.
Really wish I had the ability to talk to them right now. Jenny just to sneaks down the hall, keeping an ear out for Yuriko.
I don't know how long y'all would be in the food car.
Well, essentially, I was gonna go and see Emmy like an hour after I had the initial conversation.
Okay.
With her.
There was another person I wanted to get in here. There are 2 people in the hallway, and it's these 2. Unless you want to go into one of these rooms. You don't know what's in any of the other rooms.
Yeah, just for the lulz, he's gonna panic, try and sneak into this room, not knowing who's inside.
Okay, yeah, he can knock on the door. And
No, not...
He's just gonna open it?
He's gonna knock. He's gonna hide in it.
Okay.
Nervous impulse.
Yeah, you turn from the door, and in there you see, a drow, the elf, the blonde elf, and the undead, and sure enough, the little 5-year-old who is sitting on the bed. I don't know why I didn't put her on the bed. She's supposed to be there. What happened in there? There he is.
Man, fuck my instincts.
Well, she's here. Let's ask her a couple questions. Oh, wait. Yeah, sure enough, this one looks up from her desk and she's,
Just gonna back away slowly and slowly shut the door.
when you're beyond the door, you hear these three talking. I don't want to do a voice for Alan, so I'm just gonna do the sisters, and they're like, every time you see him, you get right crabby, or is everything alright? And she says, I swear I recognize him, but every time I look at him, he just makes my whole, my whole, and she says, I know. Tell you what, I'll try and talk to him myself, how about that? I mean, if you don't think he's a robot, he's got to have a voice in there somewhere. Surely he's got to have some answer for how he knows you. I'll see if I can't run into him at some point and ask him about it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the
You're
caboose.
such a coward!
Hey, if you don't appreciate me, at least Tim will.
Fuck off. Yeah, you... Hang on, let me move you two back in. Boop. Oh, I have to... Hang on. No, fuck you. Hang on. Copy.
Dye is dead. It's Varys now.
Paste. There. Easier. Except you're not supposed to be there, you're supposed to be on this side, because these two are here. They are talking rather casually. Both of you make me a... Yeah, make me a history... Actually, would you know this person by his face? That's the real question. That's not supposed to be his name. Whoops. I did actually get it wrong. Boop.
Well, considering I don't remember him.
Yeah, it's just a character thing, personally. Hang on. There, fixed it. Yeah, you don't recognize his face. You see these two talking. You do recognize Kira. And, she sort of turns, oh, hello there.
Hi, Kira.
Hello there. Have you met this young man? He turns, he does this deep bow. He has this weird-ass hat going on, and he says, good evening to you two. My name is Herlock Sholmes.
Fuck you.
Hey, we established that both of them are canon. I'm putting one in the fucking story. We established this months ago.
I remember we established something else about their relationship between Herlock and Sherlock.
They're siblings.
Gotcha.
Can't say that's a name I recognize.
I'm unsurprised.
I'm trying to think. Are there novels about him in this universe?
Not him, but his sister, yes. She is, not novels, but she has been publicized. Like, she's an actual detective.
Oh, so Kira's an actual detective.
No.
No.
Herlock's
Herlock and
sister.
Sherlock.
Herlock is not a real detective. Sherlock is.
Yes, I know. In universe,
Yes.
there are Sherlock Holmes novels.
No, there are news publications of Sherlock actually solving murders. They're not novels. They're real.
Oh, okay.
James says I'm lost. Good. That was the joke.
All right. What's known? I can do a history if you want, but what's known about her
Whoops.
brother? How about his brother?
Her
Herlock.
brother. Sherlock is a girl.
Oh.
Sherlock's a girl, Herlock's a boy. Herlock is not very well known. Like, he's briefly mentioned in one or two of her tales, but, like, he's basically a nobody comparatively. Like...
I find it funny that Sherlock is a girl and Herlock is a boy.
That's because they make the joke that Sherlock is a feminine name.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sort of like Mycroft. Yeah, kind of like that, except Mycroft is like smart. Um, there's no evidence of like whether or not Herlock is as intelligent. You wouldn't know, basically. Unlike his much more famous sister, he's kind of a mystery. I hope to confuse fucking everyone here. This is making me so happy.
I mean, I'm grasping it pretty easily.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, I'm unsurprised you don't know me, but I'm sure you'll know me soon. I'm about to do a cultural exchange in Skyria after this trip. I'm to do an interview with the Tsarevna before her coronation.
I'm happy to hear that for you.
Thank you. And Kira interrupts and says, I don't mean to be a snitch, but I believe your friend in the caboose came out very briefly just to say hello. He seemed very eager to get into the room across from yours. I don't entirely understand, but I thought I ought to tell you just in case. Surely, though, I'm sure Varys's things would not malfunction without his knowledge.
Yuriko just sort of mutters under her breath, of course, he went into that room.
I'm gonna get Jeremy in trouble!
Through one of those, like, pained smiles.
Anyways, Mr. Sholmes, I do hope that I get to talk to you more about your sister soon. She sounds like quite the interesting customer, and I don't hear about her very much. He says, of course, I love talking about her exploits. It's my favorite thing. And once again, she mysteriously goes into her room. So yeah, now you've met a lot of the people on this train.
As Yuriko is walking by, she says, you seem to not like your brother very much. Sister.
Well, she's fine as a sister, but when I think about how famous she is, it's a little bit annoying when every single time we interact, I am asked about her and her whereabouts. It's a bit difficult to get my name out there, if you know what I mean.
I understand. What is it you like to do? What are your hobbies?
We're both in the detecting business. She's just much more well known about it. She started first. She's a bit older than me. Just, you know, I would prefer if they wouldn't constantly refer to her instead of me. She's always so busy, and I seem to always have an open schedule. That said, if you have anything you need investigated, please don't hesitate to let me know. I would be more than happy to handle it for you.
She says, I will keep the name of the great Herlock Sholmes in mind.
I love the sound of that. Thank you very much, madam. I believe she said your name was Yuriko, and you're Mr. Varys Arkwright of Emerald.
That is correct.
Well, I hope to get to see you two very much during this trip. It is going to be 4 days.
Yuriko says, I look forward to getting to know you and everyone else as well.
Fantastic. I'll see you. I need to update his token now, because I can do that, because the cat's out of the bag.
Speaking of the cat getting out of the bag.
Are you going into the caboose, or are you going to Emmy? Caboose.
We're going to see our old friend.
Hey, Jeremy,
Very
you got
good
some
cat.
visitors.
While they were gone, Jeremy and the mask were getting into an argument. Like, no! I am not going to kill them. I didn't even want to sneak into them. Fuck you! And punches himself in the face.
I'm kicking my ass! Oh, good. Yeah, so you two
That's
walk...
not what I expected to see
Oh my god,
today.
I keep forgetting.
As Yuriko sees, as Yuriko sees this,
Too many Yuriko.
as Yuriko sees this, she's gonna say, "So I assume you know why we're here."
Jeremy turns to her and says, I'm kicking my ass! Do you mind?
I need to watch that movie again.
Except that Yuriko doesn't hear that.
No, I don't know what your problem is. We've been a good boy sitting in here for the last God knows how long.
Your definition of good is a little muddied.
I think that depends on who you ask.
I'm pretty sure if you ask anybody that isn't a...
Yeah, James caught the reference. Sorry.
Pretty sure if you ask anybody that isn't a, you know, a demon god or whatever.
Hey, when are you gonna take that stupid disguise off, by the way?
After 4 days.
Oh,
Or-
God, I have to
or
look at that
everybody
ugly-ass face for 4 whole days!
Oh, believe me, I have to wear it for 4 days.
I'm glad I made a friend. Literally.
Yeah, you guys can see him. What did you name him?
Tim.
Tim, the box. Yeah, you see... Oh my fucking god, I just got it!
Tiny Box Tim.
Fuck you, Jeremy. Yeah, so yeah, y'all see the Tim box. Yeah, so Yuriko, you can just, like, the mask is straight up just like, I don't know, what's your fucking problem?
I'm just looking at the box. Jeremy, it's been an hour.
Yeah, tell him that!
Look. Hey, 4 days all alone in here. Madness is gonna be inevitable. I'm just getting ahead of the curve right now.
I can't hear you, dipshit!
Yuriko casts message on Jeremy, because the mask literally told Jeremy, literally told us, tell Jeremy that. And she's going to say, listen, I'm going to tell Emmy about the Siam. I'm going to ask her about the whole being dead thing. And
I'm gonna have to count the references we made in this episode.
Okay.
And when I get back, supposing
Can I speak?
One moment, I am just finishing my thought, and when we finish, if Emmy is feeling amicable to it, we can have a big happy therapy session in here about it.
Look, I didn't mean I didn't mean to go into that room. I was sneaking off to find you. It's just that someone was in the hall, so I ducked into the nearest cart to try and hide. Turned out it was the wrong cart.
Yeah, but we did see her, didn't we? The little one? What you call her?
Little one?
Fucking Sunset?
Little one? Wait,
Eve. Her name is Eve.
Right. Eve. Whatever.
what? Eve is on... Fuck. Why is everything just... Yeah.
What's
That
his
is
problem?
what we wanted to tell you about. That is why we snuck out.
That's why he snuck out. I don't got control of his legs. Don't pin any of this shit on me.
So
Well, you were
person
the
that-
one punching my face not 2 minutes ago.
Well, you're the one who almost got us in so much trouble with the rich girl.
So on this train, we've got someone I really just fucked up and he hates me, and there's a girl that almost fucking killed me. Great.
And a girl that I actually did kill that somehow came back.
This
Out of
sounds...
curiosity, in this room, there's like different people's like items and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Would anything happen if I were to grab my staff just to cast a spell real quick here?
There's, well,
And put
the
it back.
box that your weaponry and stuff is in is magically sealed, so I'm not confident you'd
Okay.
be able to get into it. You could certainly fucking try, but it might hurt, and I forgot to heal you before you got on this train.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't need to. I might be able to get away with not doing that. I don't suppose we have a tiny bell and a piece of silver wire in here, do we?
What? Remind me again why we decided this companion's good. She asks the stupidest of questions. The mask is so mean, I'm so sorry.
If I can cast the alarm spell, I can have it trigger a silent alarm. Essentially, I can designate a zones that you can pass through, and it will immediately notify me.
What's that?
When
You
you
don't
do so.
trust us?
No.
More in terms of if you need me for anything, if you need to communicate with me, I will come running.
Look at that, Jeremy. You're only friends and they don't trust you anymore.
Oh no, I trust
At this
Jeremy.
point,
I don't trust
can't
you.
say I blame them.
God, keep drinking my shit so that my throat doesn't die.
Water and water and water,
Or
water.
water and water. Yeah, I've got water. Don't need to trigger the water thing. Ow. Okay. You can, like, try to go through people's shit to find that thing if you want to go through people's shit, but you're not going to find it out in the open.
All right, I can roll investigation.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I have a +9. What's the worst that could
That's
happen?
not
You
what I'm
roll a
worried
one.
about.
Asmodai, help me out.
That's also not what I'm worried about. But sure, if you three want to go through people's shit.
We'll put it back.
I love that Yuriko has become a little bit of a shit. She's become a little shit.
The best kind of little shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, roll me investigation if you're gonna do this.
All right.
Holy fuck! Yeah, I'm gonna say you find it in Tim, because that roll was perfect.
No, Tim!
You open Tim's face, and sure
His
enough,
innards are outwards now.
his innards are outers you find right away. It's almost like you're, like, psychically connected. You're like, there's silver and bells in there.
All right. And I use this to cast alarm on the door.
Okay. So, can you show me... Let me see. Alarm.
Yeah.
Alarm. There it is. Found
So it is a ritual spell. Oh.
Set an alarm against an unwanted intrusion. Choose a door. Blah, 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 blah. Whenever a tiny or larger... Okay. Neat. Awesome. Cool. Fun. Alright. Yeah. I'm down.
Yuriko says, should you need to contact me, just walk through this door and then walk back through it. And I will come to see what you need.
Well, maybe I don't want to talk to you anymore, you box murderer!
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Now
I
he's
really
gonna
am
be
going to say it anyway.
inconsolable. Alright. It's starting to get late in the day. You can go to rest. I'm gonna make you. Boop. Time, night. Oh, right, that's why. Because I have to turn off all the lights.
Oh.
Dark.
Darkness.
I mean, you can turn the light back on if you want.
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see.
Gosh.
Hello,
Lord.
darkness, my old friend.
Two very different songs.
Very different songs. Okay, yeah. So, we have about 5 minutes left. Unless you want to do that scene with Ameglia, we can move on to what I had planned for the ending scene.
Oh yeah, I did want to do that like right after we talk to Jeremy.
Yeah, okay, then you can just knock on the door. It's late, I'll say it's still late, so the lights are out.
Knock, knock, knock.
She opens the door and says, hey, oh, she locked the door, whoops. Hey,
Yep.
yeah, come in.
Sorry.
Knock, knock, knock. No.
No, get out, fuck you. That's not who I meant to move, sorry. You come in and sure enough, you see Eve and, Alan are on the bed. Alan is, you know Alan the same way you know Lith. He's a celebrity. He's playing his guitar and she is intently listening. And
Wonderwall.
Lithian is just on her bed, kind of fiddling with her fiddle. And Emmy says, so, my notebook's over here on the desk, but, like, if you want to just talk first, like, I'm indifferent, you know, whatever.
She says, chances are we might be here a while, so, we can go sit down if you would like.
Sure. She doesn't sit down on the chair, she lets you do that, and she just leans on her desk. Because, you know,
Alright.
what's that gonna hurt her legs for? It's not like she's got legs or anything. She's got legs! What am I saying? It's
Pair
fine.
of endings.
So essentially I'm going to recap the Siam chapter, except, I'll probably leave out the parts about Jeremy being there before the end.
Okay, are you gonna bring up the racist trees?
Actually, wait, hold up.
The racist trees, the fact that I can turn people into coins.
Yeah, like,
No,
there's
sorry.
a lot of things.
Emmy knows that Jeremy's a person. I can tell her about where we were actually.
Are you gonna tell her that you met him in a cave because he was being used in a ritual?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
Would it really be surprising?
It wouldn't, but it would make her very uncomfortable. Yeah, sure enough, you tell the story, and she's taking, on her notebook here, which is huge and very messy, she kind of writes down, James in the chat says skip to the part with Yuka, and that makes me so much joy. I loved Yuka so much. She's like writing
She's dead?
all the stuff with all of this, and she's very like excited to learn about all these different things, like how the tree people were in charge and all the illusion magic and the figments, which I don't think is what you learn them as, but yeah. They're the chitons, the golems. She's very excited about all of this, and she says, I do tell her about the racist trees as well.
Well,
Natch.
And how they became slightly less racist by the end of it.
Most of them became unracist. I think one of them might have stayed the same, and that's Birch, but like the others are fine. Yeah, sure enough, she's writing all that down. She seems quite excited as she's writing this. You notice her handwriting's kind of messy, and I don't know if you've ever seen her take notes before, but her handwriting is also very large print. But you've never seen her with her glasses because she's literally been like this since you've ever met her, so like, yeah. And she's like, I just didn't. Oh man, I would. Do you think, they would object to another person showing up there, like, so soon after your adventure? I would really like to go and just study, like, the fauna and stuff. You know, I'm a bit of an alchemist.
She says, I'm not sure if it would be a matter of whether or not they would be okay with it. They have this illusion magic permeating the whole forest,
Well, I
and
mean,
and essentially it makes it difficult to find and also difficult to navigate in.
maybe
I do not know if this is dispelled yet,
maybe I'll
or
wait
if
a
they ever
little
intend
while.
to.
It's not like I'm going anywhere.
But I mean, you are going to Skyria.
You know what I mean. Gosh. It's times like these I don't mind, you know, still being around, getting to learn all these things.
Still being around?
I mean, I'm sure you can tell I'm not exactly normal elf material. I'm sure you figured that out. You've known me for years now, I think. I'm not
Yes, we haven't really talked about it that much, but
well, I don't really
think
like to talk about it, but I figured it was obvious enough.
Yes, I have been spending a lot of time with another necromancer, and I've been feeling some of the same energies that I feel hanging out with you.
Another necromancer?
What I assume the... Out of curiosity, you don't happen to know Nancy, do you?
No, I don't really know any necromancers at all. Why?
I'm just sort of curious myself as to how you became undead.
Well, I died, first of all.
That's half the... Well, dying is half the battle.
Yeah. She's sort of... She's not wearing the dress that you normally see her in, like her purple dress. She's wearing a more tattered thing, and she sort of shows you this insignia on her arm, and she says, when I met this person, and he said, like, I could get, well, he called it revenge. I didn't really like calling it that, on the people who made this happen. So he gave me his power, and now I'm kind of just living in because of that. I mean, now I'm just living because I've done that and I've gotten what I want, but you know, it's sort of just like that, because you know, necromancy doesn't really, it doesn't really bring people back from the dead, not like that at least.
How is
Not
this
like me.
different from... How is this much different from normal necromancy, aside from, well, you don't seem to have, like, visible signs of rotting?
Well, zombies do decay. Oops, I unplugged my headphones. Zombies decay kind of just, like, passively, even if they're alive and moving around, but they're also puppets, basically, from my research. They don't really have souls, they're just puppets that you move around with your own magic. And I'm not that. I'm me, you know? I still have my soul, I still have control, I'm just don't have a beating heart. I don't really understand it either. It's kind of an eldritch thing, I think.
So you think that there is something extra Prena at work?
I know there is. I've talked to him before. I mean, I don't like to talk about it, but I'm not just an artificer, you know? And Lith chimes in, she's like, I don't think you really want to talk about this, Yeriko. It's kind of a touchy subject. I've only seen Reaper show up once or twice, and she doesn't seem to really appreciate his appearance.
Yeriko says, that's okay, I will lay off the subject for now. Out of curiosity, do we have any other spores from the Siam?
I think...
Or did Nancy use them all?
I think you only had what you needed for Nancy. I don't think you have any more.
Okay.
Phone shush.
She gets back to the subject of the Siam and she says, I wish we still had some of the spores that we got, that we went there for. But a necromancer friend needed some ore for her experiments that she was doing.
Oh, if you found it, I'll find it. I don't know how long I'll be around. You know, not exactly aging anymore. By the way, can you tell your friend not to barge into our room ever again?
Yoriko says, that is already done. I have set up an alarm spell. If he gets out of that room, I will know about it.
Thanks.
I apologize that you had to go through that again.
It's just... I know him from something, and I can't place what, and it's kind of freaking me out, because I don't know a lot of big guys like that with creepy-ass masks. Sorry, I don't like cursing, but you know. And it sort of freaks me out that I can't place it.
Me deciding whether or not to tell her.
You can.
Something you should know about him is that he is not just one being. There is a duality to him. There is his fresh person who he is born and raised as, and another entity that sometimes tries to steal control.
Like, kind of like dissociative identity disorder?
In a way, but more like possession.
Okay. So you're saying that something possessed him to bust into our room?
I'm not sure if that was him being possessed or if it was his human instincts. Out of character, I'm not sure where I'm going with this.
Do you want to tell her that he's the one who killed her?
But he seems to think that the entity that is possessing him is the one who killed you in the past.
Everything in the room stops. Nancy. Lithian's fiddling stops. Adam stops playing his guitar. Eve is even staring at you. Like, turns and leans and looks at you. And Emmy just sort of freezes up and she says... And, like, her eyes kind of go wide. And she's like, I was in a town, and there was this monster... And I saw him attacking someone. And I tried to intervene. And she just, like, grips, like, kind of at her, at her entire right side. She's sort of gripping at it. And it looks like she's, like, clawing at it almost with her fingernails. And even though she doesn't need to breathe, her breathing kind of gets... way, like, she starts breathing and it sounds like she's hyperventilating, and then she says, you need to get out of here. I need you to leave, like, now. Go, leave, go, go.
Yep. She starts leaving, and she says, I promise I will not let him out.
Go, just go, okay? And yeah, as soon as you leave, you hear the door lock behind you. And Jeremy, in the caboose, you don't know any of this is happening, but you do hear the mask, and he's like, oh, that's Reaper for sure.
Who?
Oh, fuck off. We've met him six times.
I just realized I actually can't be casting message on Jeremy because I don't have copper.
Well,
Wait, are you talking about the other cowboy guy?
yeah. You can cast... I'll let you cast message because you've been doing it so much that it's probably just fucking second... It's just something you can do now at this point.
It's just material components. I'd probably steal like the copper wire from like a piece of furniture or something.
Yeah. Yeah, so Asmo is aware of the... No! It's Visara! What's wrong with my brain? Visara can hear the fucking... Yeah. But sure enough, it is now night. Everyone is in bed. I'm gonna give you a long rest.
As I pass by the door, message can go through. I'm just trying to figure out if I need to open the door.
The door is broken, so
3 feet of wood blocks. 3 feet of wood. Yeah, so it can go through 3 feet of wood. So I'm gonna cast it through the door to get to Jeremy, and it says, "It sounds like the therapy session will not be happening anytime soon."
Wait, what happened?
Methinks she tried to summon Reaper for a reason. Something tells me she knows who you are, Jeremy. How about-
Yuriko? What the fuck did you do?
She says, "We are making progress."
Jeremy. I feel bad, but I don't feel bad because
Yuriko, you motherfucker! End of session.
Yeah, I wish, but I do actually have a cliffhanger prepared. And I'm just gonna... we're gonna do this different. So, no, everyone go away. Whoops. So, I'm just gonna do it from here. So, first of all, it's night. It's dark. I don't know if Jeremy, like, sleeps often.
I mean, he has constant nightmares, but yeah, sleep. Go with that.
He, is awoken from these nightmares from the sound of basically a rustling sound.
I mean, it's either constant nightmares or he's in Viscera's mind, which Yeah,
It's not a fun
incomparable.
place.
You probably prefer the nightmares.
Yeah.
You hear a rustling sound in the real world, and it's very dark in the room, so you cannot make out this silhouette. But they're going through these boxes that you're surrounded by. And just barely in this silhouette, you catch a glint of metal. And I'd say these things have been around for like 5 years. You recognize a flintlock pistol when you see one. She did not pull it out of the magic chest that the other weapons were in. They did not. And you see them take this and run out of the room. And I'd say, I don't know if Yuriko, the alarm would wake you, but you do hear the alarm trigger. And then it doesn't trigger again for a few minutes, and then it goes off. Which is different from how you told him to do it.
The ping awakens you if you're sleeping.
Yeah, so you hear it, and then you're like, it doesn't trigger. And then right as you're about to be like, it was nothing, it triggers again. Then...
Alright, that's when I, like, jump out of bed and run to the door.
Okay, you go to the caboose. Jeremy is there. I don't know if Asmodee's just asleep. He's good. We can just put him in the corner. Yeah, sure enough, there is no one here. Jeremy's just here with his Tim corpse. As you were leaving, the door to Emeglia's room closes, like, as you get out of your room. But you go to the caboose, so it doesn't matter.
I check the caboose first.
Yeah, Jeremy's here.
And I ask, you called?
Asked what?
We didn't call shit.
I think someone broke in here.
I'm not gonna make you. Everyone wakes up at this sound because after several minutes. No, after a long time. Once again, you might consider it a red herring as you head back to your room. You hear a very loud bang, like a gunshot. Which, I don't know how familiar the three of you would be, because they've existed for 5 years, but they're not mainstream. But yeah, Flintlock, you hear a bang come from the dining car.
Yeah, I feel like Asmodee's probably the only one who's ever heard one of them before.
And the mask
upon that
like,
sound,
oh, it's time for some fun!
now Jeremy is gonna be like, yeah, I know where this is going. And he goes on to his knees and puts his hands behind his head.
Fucking wow. We're on a train. Where did the police come from?
Like, I know the first person they're gonna suspect now.
Hey,
Thanks,
dipshit,
Yuriko.
Dipshit, as far as you know, everyone but you and the one girl thinks you're a robot.
Yeah, but now that someone's dead, I'm pretty sure someone's
You're
dead.
here! You have an alibi!
You think they will care? I've killed before. As long as they know, I'll kill again.
And they don't know! They think you're a fucking robot! Where is your brain right now?
My brain is thinking now that Yuriko told to our mutual friend that I killed them.
Let's be real, she
Please
probably
tell me
already
she
knew.
was the only one in the room. You've gotta be fucking kidding me.
So, Asmo, you wake up to that sound of the gun going off. Yeah, everyone's awake now. The door to the dining car is locked. I'm gonna fucking fix that, because it's bothering me. Because I'm gonna call it the food car if I don't fix it. There. The dining car is locked from the cabin car side.
Tell
If
me
you
more
try...
about the food cart.
Shut up. There are people on this side. Are any of y'all gonna investigate the door?
I thought that the gunshot was the cliffhanger.
No. I mean, it can be if you want it to be.
Okay, well, I'm still in the
Investigate with
caboose.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Friggin' boop. Wow, that's the fastest it's worked since.
Yeah, so where was I when I heard the shot?
You were in the caboose, but the shot was loud enough that you could hear it. Barely, but you could hear it.
As I'm leaving, I'm gonna tell Jeremy to stay here.
Jeremy, stay fucking put.
Oh, like I want to go anywhere right now.
Yeah, there are two people at the door here. You recognize them. It's, Lissa and Herlock.
So we heard the shot from the dining car?
Yes, the door is locked, and the two of them are trying to basically break down the door.
Did they took Asmodee's thieves tools, did they?
They did, yes. They took anything that they thought would be suspect. And they turn to you and they say, "You heard that sound too, didn't you?"
I know hard to miss it.
Mm-hmm. We're trying to get in, but it's too much for just the two of us. Perhaps all four of us could break the door down.
I get in and gonna try and.
Both of you
We all
roll
try-
me a strength check with advantage.
We
Or
all
is
try to
Yuriko
kick
not?
it in unison.
Yeah. Is Yuriko also joining in?
Yeah.
Wow!
What the
Wow! You didn't even roll with advantage! Okay, well, Asmodee for some reason isn't as strong, but with the three of you and that fucking 18.
I have a
Yeah,
strength of 10.
The 18 works.
Yeah, with the three of you, you managed to break down the door, and inside, I didn't hear. Hang on, give me a second, I want to draw this. Give me a second. You see... Let me get you three in here. One... Fuck off. You two
Just 'cause-
see an
Is not here, we're investigating something dangerous.
between the two of you, you see the pistol that... Yeah. You see an unconscious Malcolm, and the woman Kira is lying in a pool of blood. And that is my cliffhanger. Next stream will be Sunday. I called this derivative because you did a murder on a train already, and I was like, I've been planning this for fucking weeks, and you have made it ruined. That said, I'm not gonna stop, because I don't want to come up with a new chapter, so I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Bye!
Bye.